Beside still waters, beside still waters.
Hi folks, welcome to Meditating with Isaiah on Thursday. I went and filmed this outside, but there was so much noise, I don't know, something went wrong anyway. But we are looking at Isaiah 55 and the amazing verse 10, as the rain and the snow come down from heaven and do not return to it without watering the earth and making it bud and flourish. And this phrase, so that it yields seed for the sower. Now, what are we talking about here? So seed for the sower, we understand that, don't we? We understand it in terms of where we're at in farming or gardening or whatever. And the idea is rain comes down, the crops flourish, and that gives you more seed to sow again to get more harvest next year. And so the idea of the harvest is it just keeps on going, and each harvest produces more and more. Well, in a spiritual sense, what does that mean? In Genesis 3, we're told the seed is Christ, the seed of the woman will come. And in Galatians 3, it refers to Christ as the seed. And ultimately, the word is about Christ, and it's telling people about Christ. But I think this is better understood in the context of, let's say, a psalm like Psalm 126. And, well, let me just read you part of it. It's a glorious psalm. Verse 3, the Lord has done great things for us, and we are filled with joy. Restore our fortunes, Lord, like streams in the Negev. Those who sow with tears will reap with songs of joy. Those who go out weeping, carrying seed to sow, will return with songs of joy, carrying sheaves with them. I think that it's a wonderful image of sharing God's word. Now, I was on a radio show this morning, and if you will look on the Ask website, I'll probably put a link up to it. But basically, we were talking about evangelism. We were talking about whether we use programs or techniques, or are we salespeople? And no, we're not. We're farmers going out to sow the seed of God's word. We can't make it grow. It is a natural process, or in this instance, it is a supernatural process. And we've been given that seed. And here's the most wonderful thing. As we go and as we sow, then what happens is that we get fruit. So I'm looking at Colossians 1 just now, and it talks about how all over the world, this gospel is bearing fruit. It's working. And that's the marvelous thing about God's word, because we're going to go on and see that God's word cannot and will not return to him empty. But this is the seed. This is what we're sowing. We are witnesses. We are telling people what God says in his word. And I love that, because the more I go on, the more I realize I can't do evangelism. The more I realize all the books, all the techniques, everything. What I've just got to do is communicate. Yes, of course, you communicate coherently and in the context of the culture, and you need to understand it and everything else. But you do that knowing that this is God's word. And just as you'd go out on the farm and you would sow seed. I remember doing a potato planting one time, knowing that come October, you're going to be reaping many times. Then we need to have that same confidence, I think, in God's word. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave you with the Free Church singing this psalm, Psalm 126. Enjoy it and meditate upon it, and thank God that he gives us seed for the sower. Bye.